Hey guys, we are down here at Phoenix at the state capitol, where we have a group that is advocating for in-state tuition for illegal aliens. And here, we missed the rally. I just got a quick notice that something's going on down here that, well, I should come down here and check it out. So, let's see if we can get anybody to chat. It's a handful of folks here. So, let's see what they're about here.
Yep. Yeah, the average age of dreamers is 5 years old when they come to the country.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, did I talk to you before?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I gave you my card, right?
Yeah, but I probably lost it. My name's Jennifer. Are you guys with Aliento?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, he's actually you're a student, right?
No.
You graduated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just independent media, so you want to tell me what you guys are?
You're with the Patriot movement, right?
AZ Patriots, so
AZ Patriot.
yes.
Is that different from the Patriot movement?
Yes.
How so?
Two different groups.
What does your group stand for?
Conservative, constitutional, values, and but more along the lines of like citizen journalism. Just kind of want to see what you guys are doing down here.
Do you stand with Reagan conservatism? Compassionate conservatism?
Yeah, but also the rule of law. So I'm strong on the rule of law.
Do you remember what Reagan used to say?
Tell me.
Towards immigration?
Reagan gave amnesty. Clinton gave amnesty.
Well, I think your facts are mistaken. Reagan passed 1996 IRCA, Immigration Reform Control Act.
Okay. We were supposed to get a wall for that too.
Which allowed people who were here unlawfully, unauthorized in the States to apply ultimate path to citizenship if they had been working in specifically the fields, have no criminal record.
Okay.
Clinton didn't give amnesty at all. Which one are you referring to? Which policy?
Well, I'm just here to kind of see what you guys are about here.
As you saw some of the pictures, right?
Yeah.
So we're here.
So break it down. My name is Jennifer, by the way.
I know. Jose.
Hi, so Jose.
We're here supporting documented and DACA recipients access to in-state tuition and merit-based scholarships in Arizona.
They are paying in-state taxes as well, sales taxes, income taxes. So we believe that since they are paying taxes, they should have access to the in-state tuition for public universities, as those taxes that they're paying are helping to fund such universities. So,
Are you familiar with Prop 300?
Yes, but so still we're fighting to basically reverse that. In a sense.
Okay, so like the people of Arizona voted on Prop 300, right? That
in 2006.
That we rejected.
2006.
Any benefits for anybody living in the U.S. unlawfully.
As you could tell, times have changed since 2006 quite radically.
That more people have come here unlawfully.
No, more people believe that people who pay taxes should be able to get into public universities and pay the same price.
Do you think they should be able to vote as well?
Yeah. I mean,
do you think non-citizens should be able to vote?
So that's beside the point. Those don't have anything to relate with what we're fighting for. So
I think what you're really asking is, do documented individuals or unauthorized immigrants would you support a pathway to citizenship? And we know that based on polls,
support what?
Pathway to citizenship. And we know polls from Fox News, 83% of the American public supports pathway to citizenship for undocumented students and DACA recipients.
Okay, so here's my question. Like, for example, people that enter the United States.
If you have any more questions,
yes.
Go. Here's my business card.
Okay. Thanks. How do you say your name?
Shivam.
Shivam. Good talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah. So that is the case. And here we're cleaning the press conference to repeal parts of Prop 300. As you know, Prop 300 is a very extensive law.
Yes.
So there's one that deals with higher education. That's the one that we're focusing on.
Right. So, but do you think that people that unlawfully come into the United States should be afforded the same rights and benefits as American citizens?
Well, we don't have the same rights.
Like non-citizens?
I'm a DACA recipient.
Okay.
We don't have the same rights.
So may I ask you? Well, hold on, back up. May I ask you, when did you arrive in the United States?
For example, I own a house.
Okay.
I pay property taxes.
Okay.
I pay sales tax. I have a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering.
And how old are you?
A master's degree. I'm 30.
Okay.
And a master's degree in secondary education.
Okay.
So I pay taxes.
Okay.
As you know, this country went to a war against Britain.
Okay.
On the slogan of no taxation without representation. So, as it stands now,
have you applied for citizenship?
Not eligible to apply for citizenship.
Why?
Because I am not married with a citizen, and I don't have a business to sponsor me. And in order for a business to sponsor me, I have to be out of the country, and then for them to sponsor me. However, if I leave the country, I'm eligible for a 3 to 10 year bar based on 1996 Clinton bill called IRA.
Okay. And when did you arrive in the United States? How old were you?
I was 6 years old.
Okay.
I migrated here in 1995.
Okay. And your parents, have they applied for citizenship or?
My parents are not eligible for citizenship.
Okay.
Similarly, both of them are undocumented.
Because you have to apply in your home country?
That's one of the ways, yes.
Okay. Okay. Now,
you know currently the wait time for people to apply?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like 10 years.
You know there's 5 categories with different ones from each other.
Okay.
So, you know, for siblings, it's 37 years if you're from Mexico, parts of Latin America, and the Philippines. It's 31 years if you're applying for children over 21 years old. And it's 10 years if you're applying for parents. And then the other ones depends on the...
So why not get the ball started?
I just mentioned that if I were to leave the country, I'd be eligible for a 3 to 10 year bar based on Clinton's IRA.
Okay.
So that's one of it. Second thing is, I myself, I would like to put out for borders whether I deserve to be deported in this country or not.
You would like to what?
I would like to have that put out for a vote.
Something put up for a vote?
Yeah, so for example is, right, so one of the things that you're saying, why people like myself should not, sorry, I got lost track. I got another part.
It's okay.
You were going to ask, sorry?
No, I wanted you to repeat what you just said. You support, you said you support... Something put up for a vote.
I support that people like myself stay in this country. However, we have to earn our way there. I believe that steps that I'm taking, being a homeowner, being a graduate, contributing to society, will help me get to that pathway.
Right.
In the future.
Right. And I get that. Like, you know, for me personally, like, I don't want to see everybody deported, right? But I think that, you know, at this point, we've become so lawless with our border that, you know, we've had 1 million people. We're on par for 1 million people to have just crossed through the river, crossed through the illegal ports of entry, right? To just come into the country when you have, you know, there's literally hundreds of people waiting on the other side of the border to come in the lawful, orderly way, right? So what gives anyone the right to just push past those people that have been patiently waiting?
I think you're talking about 2 separate issues, right? So we're talking here about in-state tuition for undocumented students and DACA recipients who have gone to Arizona high schools.
Right. But it all comes from where they come from, right?
I think you're talking about a broader issue. And I think to have that broader conversation, we will need at least hours and multiple people and experts.
But why not be grateful for the fact that you are here, right? You have lived here and have given the opportunity to go to American schools, to purchase a home, to get a good job, to make a life for yourself, right? Yeah. So I don't see a problem in paying out-of-state tuition because you're not a legal resident of the country, much less the state. So to be able to get... To be able to be afforded a benefit that is reserved for citizens, to me, it's like, that's not right.
And I respect your position. I would say that so long as we pay taxes, which is sales tax and property tax and income tax, I think we're afforded the same same tuition rate as people who are citizens or legal
Right, but like
residents.
if I went into Mexico and I bought something, right, I would still pay taxes, but that doesn't give me the same rights as the citizens that are legally entitled to be there.
What we're talking about is people who have been there more than 10, 12 years, who have lived in the state and pay taxes for that amount of years. If you were to go to Mexico...
But you guys' bill is just for anybody who graduates Arizona high school. So that means they could have entered the U.S. last year.
Well, this is the thing. That bill is not active in the legislature. We're asking for the repeal of Prop 300.
Just repeal it altogether.
Parts of Prop 300. That's what we're it says, you may know session is over, therefore the bill is not necessarily active.
Right. Right. So, I mean, how much is the difference between in-state tuition and the discount? Like, what's the savings?
What do you mean by discount?
So the in-state tuition and the out-of-state tuition, right? That's what the fight is about, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference in price? I don't know, because I don't...
I think we have a graphic there.
Okay.
One of them, you can look at it. I think it's over there, and I'll give you precise numbers as of spring 2018 for ABOR, Arizona State University. Those are based for Arizona University and Maricopa Community Colleges.
Okay.
So those are there. I will give you a number, but it wouldn't be because I was
yeah.
right.
No, I'll go over there and take a look. Very
But
good.
how are you? How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I just like to, hear everybody's, position on things, and, if we can find common ground on things that, we agree on, then that's good, right?
Do you agree that it's important to provide opportunities for people to educate themselves?
Yes, but I don't think we should be forced to educate another country's population either.
What do you mean by force?
Well, like right now, so let's take, for example, right, the million that have come in to the country, those kids will all be put in American schools, right? So we're forced to provide an education for anybody that comes over that border, legal or illegal, right?
Well, they're seeking political asylum, so that's a legal process.
But
it would depend if they get sorted out whether a judge ultimately finds them.
We're gonna need you in like 10 minutes to grab it up.
Okay.
Help.
So, I think that's a legal process that needs to be sorted out, and a judge will sort that out.
Right. But as a taxpayer, I don't feel like I should be forced to have to pay to educate another country's population, right?
But what happens ultimately, and it's for I'll give you an example if you want to use that for myself. I have stayed in this country since I graduated high school and college. I am paying taxes here. So ultimately, you're educating people who are going to stay in this country and contribute.
So why didn't your family apply for? Like work visa, or like, if you don't mind me asking, what route did you take to get into the U.S.? Do you know your family's story on that?
Yeah, we migrated in 1995.
Okay.
Without inspection.
Okay.
So
is it like through the desert, or?
It was through the Nogales border. So at that time, I don't think my parents knew what was going on. All they were thinking about is my child is hungry. I need to put a roof over their heads. I'm gonna do whatever is possible and make sure that they're okay. As soon as I get in a stable place, I'll figure it out. And that's what a lot of people do. That I know of, where it's like their parents and my parents are like, hey, I am doing everything that I can here, and it's not enough. I fear that if my child gets sick, which my brother did, he gets sick of polio in Mexico, and we didn't know if he was gonna survive or not. And he was interned for 3 months, and ultimately had to sell everything that we had, ask for loans, in order to get enough money to pay for medication. So that was my mom was thinking, and I know a lot of families are thinking that way. So I understand the concept of, well, there's legal process, but I think there's also a human aspect, a human compassion. I'll go. So I think that's something that it won't be able to, the law that exists won't be able to, that's why the framers of the Constitution allow laws to be changed and rewritten based on the times that we live in. And I think that's one of the would.
Right, but we don't let non-citizens change and rewrite our laws.
Yeah, nobody's saying that.
Right.
I can't vote.
Right.
I can't work at the state office,
Right.
or
Right.
I can work at Congress.
Right.
I can work here and try to talk to people and convince them, but I'm not writing any law. You can,
Gotcha.
even though we pay the same amount of taxes.
Jose, it's a pleasure.
Same here. But yeah, there's some other facts you can go into.
Okay. All right, so let's see their numbers here.
He applied to ASU.
So it's about a $6,000 difference. Which, I mean, it's really no different than if somebody lived out of state, right?
Yeah.
So they want in-state tuition, right?
Right.
But, you know, I mean, if you're not a citizen
But you
or a
did,
resident of,
but you
a
did
legal
use,
resident of Arizona,
You did grow up in this state and used their in as part of their school
unlawfully
system.
though, right?
Well, not really. DACA was in place. It was lawful.
It was an unconstitutional executive order, right? It wasn't passed by Congress. It wasn't a law. It was a stroke of a pen.
I don't know. I think that's up to the courts to decide at this point. And there's a lot of courts saying it is constitutional.
Right, but I mean, if just because I sneak in your back window doesn't make me a member of your family, right? Same concept. Just because someone comes in the country doesn't make them a citizen, doesn't give them
These are 4 and 5 year olds coming over.
Right. But their parents would be, right?
But
responsible accountable for that.
But I mean, they didn't really have a choice. But it seems as if we've lost another great student.
Lose a lot of good people because of this nonsense.
Well,
losing them, MIT smart, losing them.
Yeah, you know what? We also lost 60,000 Americans that have also been killed by dreamers or illegals. So we've lost quite a few Americans that, had their lives ahead of them, that they're gone forever. Like they can still go to school.
We
right?
lost 60,000
American lives since 2001.
From undocumented workers?
From illegal alien deaths, murders, drunk driving accidents.
Where's that from, Breitbart?
No, it's actually not, sir. It's from DHS.
I gotta walk, sir. I can't.
I gotta see that statistic.
Look it up. Department of Homeland Security. I personally have 4 friends that have lost their kids to, illegal aliens, and I don't think where's their posters, right? They're the real dreamers, not foreigners.
Yeah, I gotta look up that statistic. But
Not
what
foreigners.
I'm talking about is kids that were here, brought here. Didn't really have a choice.
No.
The schools here.
Right. And now
Pay
that
for the schools here. It's
Right.
not free to go to school.
right, but it's also a privilege, right? So,
What would you suggest as a compromise?
Well, I mean, they're here, right?
Uh-huh.
And they want to go to college, pay the normal rate. You don't get any discounts or benefits because you broke our laws, or your family broke our laws, or you've been residing in our country unlawfully. You don't get any benefits or rewards for that.
I could see it on your parents, but when you're a DACA student, your child,
Right.
you're not a criminal.
Well, the parents
So
are.
why are you penalizing the kids?
Well, we're not penalizing.
You are.
You're not a legal
asking-
resident of Arizona.
You're penalizing the children because you don't like what their parents did. So you want to add $6,000.
It's not really penalizing.
It's very much penalizing.
So if somebody from Russia came in and they were living in Arizona, would we give them in-state tuition?
Well, but we're apples and oranges.
It's really not, though. I mean, it's one country versus another. Like, if someone from Russia came over with their kids and were living in Arizona for 5-10 years, do their kids get in-state tuition?
That is a DACA recipient.
But why would they qualify for in-state tuition if they're residents of another country?
But the kids didn't make the choice to come over. They were brought over.
Right, but we don't reward.
But why are we penalizing children?
We're not penalizing. They still got an education.
Well, not a college education. If you want to get ahead, you need a college
Yeah,
education.
they're all getting college educations.
And
They
they're
just have to
being
pay full
penalized
price.
for $6,000.
Yeah, but again, if somebody from New York wanted to go to school here, they would have to pay full price.
My son
Right?
was out of state. He had to
Okay?
pay full price.
If somebody from Norway wanted to
But
come,
he was out of state. He didn't live here.
Right.
He didn't use this Arizona. He didn't use the yards. He didn't pay the taxes. Their parents didn't pay the taxes, payroll taxes, Social Security.
how are they
taxes,
working though
state
if they
taxes.
can't?
They are
The
working.
parents.
Well, how do you think they're working?
Under the table?
I think, well, some of them are working quite above the table on DACA. If they have a DACA passed, they're working. Under the table, I think they're as much under the table as any other United States citizen is working under the table. But anyway, that's not the point. My point is, you're not penalizing the parent, which you obviously do want out of the country, and you do want to penalize. Even though I'm against that, I am for migration. But
just open border migration?
Don't penalize the kids.
All right, guys, there you have it. So there we have it. So let's see. So for example, this girl, right, DACA recipient, went to Mesa High School, studied biology at Mesa Community College. She came to the U.S. at the age of 1. We paid for her K through 12 public education. She's the oldest of 2, so we paid for her and her sister. She's a full-time student at Mesa Community College. However, this changed when Arizona Supreme Court stated that DACA recipients are not qualified for in-state tuition because of Prop 300. She's now paying 4 times more. Hey, you know what? Not our problem. Again, you know, if people from Russia came over here.
We'll go in here first, and then I'll show you in here, and I'll show you where they argue about.
So there's a small little crowd still left here. I don't support, you know, this. Arizona. Sorry guys, I have no makeup on. I just kind of ran out of the house today. You know, Arizona already voted on this. Prop 300 says that no in-state tuition, no benefits will be afforded to non-citizens in the state of Arizona. Cannot overturn the will of the voters. And so I find it interesting because there are 2 rhinos here in the Arizona State Senate, Heather Carter and Brophy McGee, and they have both tried to introduce legislation that would say that anybody that graduates from an Arizona high school is eligible for in-state tuition. So again, Prop 300 was already voted on. It was already passed. The Arizona voters rejected in-state tuition for anybody living in this country unlawfully, illegally, undocumented, or you know, all of the above. So we've already voted on this measure. It's already been law. And Heather Carter and Brophy McGee have both tried to slip this into other bills here at the Arizona legislature that have nothing to do with this, right? So they tried to put it into a bill for school lunch money, right? So like, you know, what to do if you have unpaid school lunch accounts. So that has nothing to do with education. That has nothing to do with in-state tuition. What they've tried to do is, it's called a strike all amendment, and they tried to sneak that portion of the language into that school lunch bill. So this is an ongoing battle here. Again, like the young kid said, that he thinks that things have changed in Arizona over the last, you know, 10, 15 years, and really the only thing that's changed is the increase in the illegal alien population that we have, right? So, you know, the voters' stance on that hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is the increase in the amount of people that we have unlawfully living here in Arizona, lobbying our senators, lobbying our legislators to, you know, pass laws that that benefit non-citizens. So we need to stay on top of this, guys. I just got a text to come down here quickly because there was something going on with the DACA. So unfortunately I missed the rally, but was able to get a few people to talk to me. There's a small little group of them left. Aliento, check them out on Facebook, guys. They're a group that advocates for the rights of DACA. There's their Twitter and website. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Yeah guys, my goal is just to keep you guys, you know, as informed as possible. Let's see if I can get a few more people to talk to me. And let's check this out over here. So their argument is that we're losing skilled workers because they can't afford the college here. So like that man was saying, well, we lost another one. So this guy here, right? Bioscience High School, class of 2019. Went to Massachusetts Institute of Technology, civil and environmental engineering. Background, came to the U.S. at age 2. He's the oldest of 4. 3 siblings, all U.S. citizens. So family came here illegally and had children. It was his dream to stay in Arizona and graduate from ASU. Due to the cost and lack of opportunities in his home state, he is attending MIT on a full ride. Oh, so he got a full ride scholarship. Okay, so he's one example of many students who would rather stay in his community and contribute, but because of Prop 300, other states are attracting talented students like Germany. Well, you know what, I'll tell you what guys, we have talented Americans as well. So to say that, you know, Arizona is doomed to fail because, you know, these people can't stay and go to school here because they can't afford an extra $6,000, but that makes no sense, right? Because this guy got a full ride scholarship. So, you know, why are we giving full scholarships to non-citizens? Taking them away from us is beyond me. Alright guys, so we are out of here. Hi, you want to talk? Give me an interview? No? Okay. Alright guys, that's about the wrap of it. I'm out. Stay tuned though guys, because you know what? We have an event going up in a couple of weeks. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.